Hey guys, it's Chris Pre with another Deal Structure Sunday. A little bit different. You don't see a whiteboard, and I'm not going to dive into the numbers of a deal, but I'm going to tell you something that happened to us recently because, as you know now, if you've been following anything we do or been to our events, we like to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is the only way you're going to learn. This isn't about too many people. I'm not going to put names here, but you guys probably know who they are. You go to a seminar and everything's fluffy and cool. And you go out and you go, they didn't tell me that. I didn't know this was going to happen. So you got to know the nuances. So here was a deal that was a two-unit building. It was a duplex. And actually, it was one of the first deals that Zach got probably 3.5 years ago. And the owners were super cool. They were going to move to Florida. And so we took two different agreements because there were two separate deeds. It wasn't a duplex with one deed. It was two separate units attached. We took sandwich lease on both of them, lease purchase agreement on both, with the intent to rent to own, of course, which is how we do most of our deals. Everything was great. If you look past some past event footage and some past Deal Structure Sundays, Zach did these deals out in detail, and they both averaged about what we averaged, 75 grand-ish. Okay, we put a buyer in one. We put the sister-in-law or brother-in-law on the other one, so they were psyched. They were there together as family. We had a cash out coming up as of the time of this filming about a month ago. What we didn't know, and here's the curveball for you, is this was not a deeded single family attached. It was the only way they could have gotten this two separate deeds when they built it, the owners built this, was to condoize it. So they condoized it, got the separated deeds, got separate loans for them, and then went to Florida. We didn't know there was a condo at all. There was no association because they owned it. They didn't create one. There was no collection of dues that was them doing their own maintenance. They didn't need one. So they just condoed it for the sake of having a separate deed with the town. That's all they did. No master policy, no documents that you're supposed to have legally and engineered, nothing. So we went to get these guys financed. They went to get financing, and they found out last minute, I'm talking like days before the closing, that it was a condo. They said, okay, great. Where's the condo docs? Where's the association? Where's all these things? Which scared the buyer because we didn't tell them it was a condo. We weren't told by our seller. And so this whole thing was a cascading problem effect here, where now the buyers said not only were they spooked, but in order to get financing, if we were to make it a condo, clean up the condo docs, which we can do, and make it a condo, now they need 20% financing because there's only two units. No bank would touch it without 20%. Well, even though they were great tenant buyers, never missed a payment, never missed a deposit that built up to about almost 10%, they can't finance it. They don't have 20%, okay? To make matters worse, one of the two wanted a VA loan, and to get the condo approved for VA, you have to first fix the condo and then submit and get it approved by VA. Again, we can do it, but they lost patience and lost trust and lost everything else. So what did we do? There is nothing in our agreement that would have made us return their deposits, but the right thing to do, and one of our core values, is that we conduct all transactions with the highest level of integrity, and morally and ethically, we decided to give their deposits back. They agreed to live their lease out and continue paying, which they are doing, and one is up this month and one is up in 6 months, and we are returning $21,000 and $13,500 respectively. So was that a big headache? Yes. Now, what do we do with the seller? This is important. Like every other deal, like all the questions that come forward and say, what if the economy changes? These deals are renegotiable. They all are. So we called them up and said, I know one of the terms is coming up here next month, but here's what happened. It's not our fault. You didn't disclose that to us. Your attorney couldn't get it done. Your attorney couldn't make it a condo. All the reasons that we had to extend it. To which they said, no, we think we're done. And we said, oh, no. We have a notice of option recorded, and we will not in any shape, form, or fashion release that because we have to pay a deposit back. And at the closing, we were collecting $36,000 as payday 3. So no, you don't have an option. We need to do something here. They hemmed and hawed. They checked with their attorney. They came back. Their attorney probably told them the obvious. These guys have the right to do this. So we are extending that. We're either going to extend it with a sandwich, simple extension of 3 years, or we're going to buy it subject to and give them their equity over time. Don't worry about those details. Do think about, I can pivot and move no matter what circumstance comes my way. I hope that helps, guys. If you have questions, I'm sure you do on that one, with the curveballs that happen and the pivoting that you'll have to do. Go ahead and put the question right here on the screen so we can see it, answer it, and maybe even shoot a follow-up video if it wasn't clear. We do appreciate you tuning in here. Make sure you subscribe so you get all the Deal Structure Sundays, all the Motivation Mondays, and all the Q&A Thursdays. And be sure to share it. We get this information out and it helps all kinds of people out there, and we do appreciate it. Lastly, go ahead and jump over to smartrealestatecoachpodcast.com if you haven't done that yet. Subscribe there. We've got some cool guests. We've got some cool solo casts, as well as some really cool family casts, so you get to know us a little bit better and how we're working in the trenches. Make it an outstanding week, and we look forward to seeing you on next week's Deal Structure Sunday.